The day starts with watering the flowers. Yeah, pretty flowers need the water, need the shower, I wanted to say. And also this one, yeah. Just look at this Sunday emptiness. Yeah, the city is still sleeping. Saturday emptiness, I wanted to say. So today I was planning the bicycle trip to the north, but unfortunately the snow started to fall again, so it's kinda unsafe. So today my choice is, today the subway is my choice. Maybe I will go somewhere tomorrow. I think maybe I will, or today's evening, maybe I'll came to the city center and go on foot straight back home from city center. Yeah. But not now. Today I'm planning for maybe I can go to the city center now and spend the day there, but no. I think on the way back home I'll better do it. Yeah, on the way back home. But for now, straight to the north, and the day of laziness and gluttony is waiting for me. Probably. After 5 minutes outside, I'm sure that the decision to choose the subway was good today, because the road condition is not decent. Yeah, not decent. It could be much better, and the ice under the snow, so the slippery is everywhere. No, another week. But this food travel is waiting for me. It's so fresh today, actually, just like always. On the weekend, so fresh. Yeah, just like not in the forest but in the park. Yeah, and quiet, because there are no cars around, almost no pedestrians. Great. The subway station square is much emptier than it was last week. I wonder why. There were a lot of students last week, but actually I saw a lot of them on the near the houses. Yeah, near the houses. Strange. Why is it so empty today? Maybe because I've chosen 1 hour earlier. Yeah. Now it's 9 AM and it was 10 AM last week. That's the difference. Great. I hope that it will be so empty even inside the subway. I'm sure it will. Welcome to the emptiness. Definitely. Great. Saturday is pleasant. Undoubtedly. It's even fresh inside the subway. I mean, the air is fresh. Great. So rare to see it, to smell it. The snow even intensified since the last hour. Yeah, it was a really good decision to choose the subway, but actually it's kind of sad that I can't use the bicycle, because bicycle trips are much more pleasant than the subway. once from my point of view, but it's winter. There is nothing I can do. From my point of view, winter should be, even in February, even for 2 or 3 weeks, because yeah, the real snow winter is good. The real snow winter should be in the year, and the real sunny summer. So it will end till the end of the month. For some reason I'm sure that the next week, or maybe the week after the next, it will be warm. It will be a local meltdown, and not meltdown, flood. Yeah, the local flood in the city. The local flood in the city will occur. But for now it's just a snowy fairy tale. Snowy fairy tale. Great. Perfect to travel by foot. To travel on foot. Definitely. The snow is still falling since yesterday, so it was really a great idea to use the subway instead of the bicycle. And so I'm planning to not to go straight back home as I said yesterday, but to go to the city center and continue my trip on foot. Yeah, and go straight back home on foot. Why not? It's a perfect chance. It's a perfect chance to choose a new location to spend time somewhere in the northern part of the city center, but I don't actually know where I want to go now, because there are 2 candidates. I'll think about it inside the subway, of course. Kind of overcrowded actually. Too many people for a Sunday. Strange. Back in the days, as I remember, the directions of people's movement were the opposite. I mean, when you're going down, you were using the right slope escalator, and then you're going up, I mean, back there, we were using this one. Strange. Why did it change? Interesting. The subway is too overcrowded for Sunday. Strange. Maybe something is happening today, some sort of the event, or maybe for celebration, but it's 18th February. What could happen today? Strange, because usually it's almost crowded, especially in the city, not in the city center, especially strange. Everywhere it should be crowded, but still people are hanging around and moving somewhere on all the stations. It were also possible to choose another way that is much shorter than this, but I decided to move around the subway. So it left 2 or 3 stations till my destination, and I can start my trip. Just look at this crowd. Too many people for Sunday. Strange. Okay, I came to the doubled station, the point of my destination, a strange station without the rails. Yeah, so I came here and moving up ahead using the new exit stairs. Great, because I'm visiting this place kinda seldom. It's so interesting to see what's happened inside this area since the past, because I'm visiting this place so seldom. So let's find out. There are also no rails, no railway on the opposite side, I mean on the first floor, down level. Strange station. It was built in 1990s, and as I know, there should be 2 stations, actually 2 line crossing here. But unfortunately nowadays it's empty. Only 1 line is operating here. So maybe in the future, maybe 10 years after or 20 years after, it would be possible to use this part of the platform. But now I'm moving ahead using this ultra-modern, strange moving line ahead. Just like in the airport. Yeah, the similar construction. Long corridor with the moving floor. It's a strange but unique place for a subway, actually. Ultimately unique. So, the only one in the whole subway is part of the escalator, I mean, travelator. It's even possible to walk here. I mean, I can walk, yeah, backwards or walk ahead to increase or decrease speed. Cool attraction. Cool attraction. Actually, I'm using this station almost never. Maybe it's the 5th or 7th time for the whole, yeah, for the whole time of its operating. Then I'm using it, and you know, it's kind of interesting place actually, especially because of this line. Yeah, so cool here. But I think I will hurry up a bit and increase my pace, because it's kinda boring to stay here, to just stay here. There are actually 2 moving lines. I mean, not the only one, because it would be too long. I mean, it's actually the way under the river, because it's possible to cross the river using the bridge, or using this one, using this long line. I prefer that because, you know, some sort of attraction, and I almost came to the end of it. It is even empty in the end, so futuristic, this picture. Futuristic. And of course there's also a stairs, because the station is deep underground, and we only cross the river using this long corridor. So we need to go upwards and decide where to go ahead. No, actually I decided where to go, but I want to see in the rail is not on the map. It is actually sort of empty today. I see only one people. Yeah, 2 people upwards. Perfect, just like it should be on Sunday, but not the crowd that I saw in the city center. And so the final second stairs, and I'm finally here. And finally can start to go on the right, actually. Yeah, I'm going on the right now. The snow is still falling here, and what can I see? Everything is not changed. The stadium's on the other side of the river. The stadium's on the other side of the river. And that's all. That's all. So, moving ahead and entering the island, entering the area, the residential area that I want to spend the time. Near this orange house. Yeah, near this beautiful orange house ahead. And here I am, sort of empty, just like I want it to be. All the streets are straight in this area, so I'm moving straight ahead to the garden on the left. Yeah, this should be a garden on the left. That will be my first stop. My first stop. Great. That's what I wanted to see in the city, because it was too overcrowded near the subway station and inside the subway in the city center. But here is actually pleasant, quiet and pleasant, just like it should be. Just like it should be. Even on the back streets. Even on the back streets. It's empty, just like it should be. Only the vehicles are hanging around. And some pedestrians. And some pedestrians. The first possible candidate to be my stop, but actually there are only walls here, so nothing interesting. That would be the bigger garden. The bigger garden ahead will be, so that will be my choice. And what can I say about this area? That it reminds me of 2010 for some reason, because look at these roads. I mean, they were cleaned but far ago. And a lot of sand everywhere. Strange, maybe because of the lack of the people. It's almost a deserted area. I mean, not deserted, but not so many people live here and come here. So it's some sort of a strange feeling, like you're in the city center, but not in the city center. Some sort of the residential city center for living, but not. Or for tourists, but not for a crowded life. Not just like the real city center on the other side of the river. That's the place that I was talking about. The place where I'm going to stop. I mean, the best candidate from my point of view, because it was empty in summer the last time that I came here. Yeah, it was in summer, in July. Yeah, in July. So, there are no trees, but the view is good. From one of these benches, especially that one on the right, will be my choice today. And here I am. Yeah, here I am, and this will be my first stop. Half an hour of reading here is a perfect beginning of this trip, undoubtedly. And the snow will intensify since then. So moving ahead to the next garden, to the next square. Yeah, this place is sort of cozy, actually. Perfect choice, perfect decision to come here today. So, here I came to the first checkpoint, to the turn left on the street with an alley, and I will go straight to the next turn. Yeah, to the next turn. Actually, the scenery here is equal everywhere in the area. I mean, all the streets are straight, and all the houses, buildings are most of them are residential ones. and there are almost no gardens or something like that, and all the streets here straight, as I said. So it looks like the outskirts. Then everywhere where you are, the scenery looks equal, ultimately equal. Only the colors and the maybe styles of the buildings are different, but not so much. There are no extremely rich houses with extremely rich facades or walls. So actually the main attractions here, sightseeings, are the churches and nothing except them. It's actually a cozy place just to spend time, just to sit in the garden, just like I've done. Just to sit in the garden and to read something, because it is quiet and empty compared to the main city center. Great, but actually I visit this place so seldom. The last time as I was here was the last year. Yeah, the last year. So perfect chance to spend. I don't know, maybe I will make 2 stops here or 3. I think 2 stops, and the next one will be also in the garden on the right. This one, on this garden. It only left to cross the road. Actually there are almost no cars, so it is not a problem. And enter the garden. It is also possible to come inside the houses, inside the arcs, but there is nothing interesting here. I mean, nothing interesting. Just parking, just the parking and nothing more. In this area, there actually almost nothing to see inside. Inside, I wanted to see courtyards, but it's not a courtyard. It's some sort of the backside of the house. Backside of the house, but it's actually possible to come to the garden from this place, and one of these benches will be my stop. Somewhere this place reminds of the outskirts, but somewhere of the city center. Looks like the area near the New Holland Park. It's also the same. I mean, everywhere looks like the city center comparing to this one, but it's also quiet there, quiet and cozy, and the air is fresh because there are almost no cars moving ahead. And here I came. The snow is dry, so all the benches are warm and enough and comfortable to sit on them. So another half an hour of reading here is my next decision, next stop. So let's begin. Something is under construction here. Interesting, really, comparing to the main city center, to the other side of the river, not the island area. This place, it's even possible to see that the new buildings are under construction. It's very rare to see them in the city center, almost impossible, only rebuilding or renovating the actual ones. But here the new one is building, 100% new one. Strange. Ah, there is no exit. There is no exit, it is here. So I came back on the alley, and my next step will be in the end of the island, in the end of this area. So now I'll move straight to the subway station. Yeah, straight to the subway station, and then to the bridge that connecting it with the main island. So let's move to the next turn left, to the next left turn. Yeah, it's kinda cozy here. Perfect place to spend this Sunday. There are a lot of modern houses in this area. It's so rare to meet in the city center, but here it is kinda actual picture, and then even the buildings from 2000s, as I said about the construction of the new building. So I turned left and moving straight to the subway station. It is ahead near this tower. Not near this tower, it's closer actually, but still. It's impossible to meet the old tram here. So cozy. Perfect place to live from my point of view. I mean, it's not connected to the mainland during the night because of the bridges, but still so cozy. And subway station is nearby. The main portal to the city center is ahead of me, but it's bad. There is a problem in the city center and in these areas that it's kind of hard to find the big shop, big store with the food, but it's possible to do on the outskirts, kind of easy. But still, this place looks cozy, and they also would be the cross, and there is possible to cross in all directions, just like in the movie Somewhere Ahead. I think yeah, it's somewhere ahead, somewhere the next one, or maybe the one after the next, some of them. That's what I'm talking about. Just like in the movie, it is possible to cross it in all the directions. Cool. Undoubtedly cool place. I only know 2 crossings in the city that is possible to cross in all the directions, and it's the biggest one here. And here I am near the subway station, the center of this area from my point of view. Actually, the only one reason why I came here in the past was this McDonald's. It was the biggest one in the city back in the days. So it was the only one reason why I came here back in the days, in the past. Yeah, 10 years ago. It was kind of good. It was kind of good, but it's still good, actually. Still good. So, and I'm entering the alley that will lead me to the bridge in the end of it. Great. Great. But actually, this place looks much better in summer because of these trees. It is so cozy here, without the vehicles and with all these restaurants and benches in the alley. Yeah, maybe it will be my next stop. But actually no, the next stop will be on the other side. Or no, I wanted to make the stop on the island. So maybe I can stop near one of these fountains. Yeah, near one of these fountains. There are no benches, maybe near the next one. So I'll come to the next fountain, and if there will be no benches, I'll just sit in the alley. Why not? Why not? It's definitely worth it. This place.
Так естественно. Как отдыхаешь.
As I can see, there are no benches near the fountain, so I'll find the one on the alley ahead. This will be my next stop. This will be my next stop, and as I said, oh no, I didn't say it, but it's actually also near the church. So the church is the most interesting part of this island, of this place. And so half an hour, maybe 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes here will be a perfect ending of this journey through this island, because now I'm going to cross the river and go straight back home. Maybe not straight, maybe I'll make another stop. Maybe I will visit the park. Or maybe not. Who knows the New Holland Park, because it's nearby. But for now, half an hour of reading here. Yeah. Splendid place. But it's unfortunately overcrowded on this alley, because it is near the subway station. It is some sort of the center of this area of the city. And I'm moving ahead. It's actually sort of cold, so I need to warm up. Maybe I have increased my pace. Yeah, maybe I have to increase my pace. Whoa, what's here? This will be my way. I have to increase my pace and move straight to the bridge. At the beginning of the trip, 2 or 3 hours ago, I said that this place looks similar to the outskirts. I mean, all the houses, all the scenery is similar, but the quality of houses are much better. I mean, they are similar to each other, but all of them looks good. And it's actually possible to meet these cozy streets, little streets. Maybe I can enter it. It's so empty here that it's even possible to cross the street everywhere you want. Maybe I can enter it and see what's there. I think it will be there. Turn to the right and exit to the street, to the main street. But this building looks gorgeous, ultimately gorgeous. It was renovated, as I can see. These signs were renovated, rebuilt in the modern days. So let's see what's ahead. Yes, just exit to the other street ahead. But this place is so cozy. Actually, I don't need to go to that direction. I need to go to this direction. So I'm moving back. And yeah, the bridge is here. This street actually leads directly to the bridge from the subway. It's very convenient one, because I'm usually use it when coming to this area, because I'm coming from the south side of the city. Here I came to the embankment, and here is the bridge. I even see the boat. Yeah, the ship here. Strange, really strange, because there were no any ships in the middle of the week. So it's time to find a place to cross it. Actually, the crossing is on the other side of it. Yeah, somewhere ahead. So I'm coming here. It's actually much closer to my house than I expected it to be, for some reason. So it on the left, I think I'll make only 1 stop or 2 stops on the way back home, because it's still in the middle of the day, but it's snowy. There is no sun. So it was sort of an odd, this 3 or I don't know how many 3 hours were quite enough in the city center. So, but I'll think about it actually. So for now, let's just cross the embankment, the street on it, and move straight ahead. So I'm finally on the bridge, and what can I say? It's not so fresh like it was. Like it was in the middle of the week when it was a sunny day. And on the museum there, yeah, when I was visiting the museum ahead. But still, it's so snowy today and yesterday. Yeah, one of the snowiest winter, just like it was in 2010. Great, perfect. Actually, I like it definitely, even without the sun. I also said the last time that the fence here is perfect, but not everywhere. Actually, in the middle of it, or when I'm now, it's ordinary, nothing special here. But still, almost all of it is it consists of horses. Yeah, horses, or I don't know how to describe it, but it looks like a horses. It's like a horse. So the new ship appeared here since the Thursday. Yeah, it was on the Thursday when I was here the last time. Yeah, it's rare to see the ship here in winter, because usually there are cruise liners parking here in summer, but in winter almost nobody is swimming here. Not swimming. Yeah, I mean appearing here, coming to the city. Ooh, great. The winter emptiness. Yeah. And here's the fence that I was talking about, with these horse faces. And I'm finally on the square with the Red Palace. Yeah, it actually reminds me of the Thursday, because I was using the same way as here, as this, but today I decided to use another way. Yeah, to use another way and come home through this street. There's actually two possible ways to come home, using the way ahead and one on the right. One on the right to the park. Yeah, I'm usually coming to the New Holland Park using that way on the left. But today I will do it on foot. It's a bit longer, but still. Why not? Why not? I'm just walking around the city today. I'm not hurrying. Oh. And the snow is even intensified. Great, beautiful, beautiful winter this year. Just look at the crowd on the right and at the crowd on the left, especially on the ice rink. The Sunday is the worst day to visit this park, so I'll make the stop on the square ahead. Perfect choice. No, undoubtedly it's perfect choice. The only one. But today the bonfires are burning, and I even feel the smell of it. Yeah, I feel the smell of the bonfire. Actually, feeling the smell in the city is kinda pleasant. Yeah, pleasant but rare. When it was summer on Sundays, I usually said that I will choose this park instead of that. The park with the fountain, but actually without the fountain there's nothing interesting there. So I'll choose the square ahead. It will be my last stop today, because it's going to become dark after an hour. Yeah, after an hour. So it's a perfect way to end this day. Actually, when I'm going to the north using the subway, it's a really perfect idea to spend the time in the city the next day. Because why not? So, and it's so crowded here, much crowded than always, than on the weekdays. Everybody's hanging around. Peaceful, great. But actually it's similar to the summer when it was overcrowded around the park, and almost empty on the back streets. Because there are no subways, so people only live here, most of them. Some sort of the residential area. And I almost came to the next bridge, I mean to the river, to the embankment, where the square is located on the right. Perfect day, and the snow is still falling. Some sort of the cozy picture. Extremely cozy one. I even made a stop near this church, the last time when I was here on Thursday, And so I see the tower ahead. And this tower is my destination, this red one. My point of destination. I remember this arc because I spent the time here, then it was extremely rainy day last summer. Yeah, some sort of the memories. And here I came. Yeah. Here I came to my final stop. With such a view. It's not that it's so cute or adorable or something like that, but still better than other places in the area. And also these benches, great. So time to spend half an hour and go straight back home, because it's actually the evening and it would be dark after 1 hour probably. So it's 40 minutes past 5 and I'm moving straight back home, and it's still not so dark actually. Yeah, it's still not so dark. So strange, because a month ago it was the black night, the dark black night. Right now it would be in January, and the snow is still falling. Yeah, such a cozy day. Such a cozy day. Even when it's cold, it's still pleasant here. Strange, maybe because there are no wind. Yeah, there are no wind today. No wind, and the snow is falling. Great, great. And the air is fresh today because it's Sunday and there are not so many cars moving around. It's not that the roads are empty or something like that, but still much better than it was. Great. Yeah, it's a bit cold. Yeah, after half an hour of just sitting, I think I have to warm up and to increase my pace again. And the only one wooden house in the area is still standing here. Yeah, maybe it's not the only one, but I know only about this one just because it's right near the road. It's possible to see it from this road. But still it's so strange to see the wooden buildings in the city. Yeah, it's so rare to see the wooden buildings in the city nowadays. But still, they look so pretty actually when in the city. I finally reached the abandoned cinema, and it became much warmer than it was. Yeah, much warmer. Physical activities is the only one way to spend the time in the city comfortably. I mean, intensive moving, intensive pace of the moving. Yeah, and I'm also kind of tired of this day. Yeah, sort of tired of this day, so I want to come home and to eat something. Baked potatoes, something like that. Baked potatoes with the caramel. Yeah, yeah, why not? I'll try to eat it. So it left something like 20 minutes or 30 minutes till I come home. Great. And it will be actually dark. I have some sort of feeling, because the backlight, look at this building and this wall, the backlight were turned on right a moment ago. So the lanterns will also be turned on after 20 minutes or half an hour. I have some sort of feeling. Yes, they were turned on at 10 minutes past 6 at 18:10. At 18:10 when I was visiting the museum, or yeah, on Thursday. So it left 20 minutes till this time. Let's see. Let's see. The snow even more intensified. Oof, yeah, really. It's actually sad because it's too late. It would be great if it were so snowy for the whole day, for the whole this day, because it is so cozy to see this sort of picture. And yeah, the most pedestrian and pleasant street crossing in the city. Some sort of more than 2 minutes is needed to wait here, but it's actually possible to push the button. It's the first time when I see this button. Actually, I thought that the reason why it's more than 99 seconds is that it's pedestrian friendly, but it's not automatic. It's needed to press the button, to push the button to cross the street. Here's the reason. Yeah, that's the reason. Because I'm usually crossing this place on the bicycle, using bicycle, but not on foot. And so the other problem solved. Now I know why this pedestrian crossing always shows 99 seconds. 99 seconds till the green light. Today the lanterns were turned off 2 minutes later than 3 days ago. Yeah. But still, almost at the same time, and the snow is even more intensified. Beautiful picture, but I'd better come home because I don't like to spend the time when it's dark outside and I'm hungry. Yeah, it was enough activities for a day. Yeah, I spent the whole day in the city. So it's time to come home, eat and watch something. The baked potatoes, as I said before, will be my dinner today, and it will be also sweet. Why will it be sweet? Because I will try to eat it not just with the ketchup or something like that. Actually, I have a ketchup, but still, I will try to eat it sweet. Will it really be good? I don't know. I have some sort of desire today. So let's try some sort of the test drive. What can I say? Strange. Actually, I prefer the ketchup. Yeah, the ketchup. Because sweet potatoes are not so much. I will better eat it with the bread. Yeah, with the bread. Much better idea. So, but it still will be sweet because of the apple jam and the oranges. And so it's time to end this video. and use the ketchup instead of the sweet milk. So it was kinda perfect, kinda interesting day. It was kinda good idea to spend it in the city on the way back home. And about the plans for today, just like I said, the dinner and to watch something. Yeah. So it's 19:04 and I can finally finish this day.